talking to the owners.
They call me horror. Everybody knows it. I don't have to say what I am, because I've done it. It's the difference between you and me. You talk about it, I do it.
You will know that your ass is mine, and that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so.
Welcome to the East Side Dave and Son Wrestling Show.
Thank you so much, Stanley Mac. Stanley Mac, we are here once again for the East Side Dave and Son Wrestling Show. I am the Dave component. I am the father in this number one father-son podcast that is sweeping the universe. This isn't the Star Wars show. This isn't the sports show. This isn't Davey Mac dominating on 95.9 FM. This is the Eastside Dave and Son Wrestling Show, baby! And nobody is gonna hold us down!
Survivor Series preview.
That's right,
and
bro.
And a little full gear review.
I like it. Yes, full gear review, Survivor Series preview. And I also want to plug a little IWF. December 10th, IWF. Davey Mac, Eastside Dave's going to be in attendance. I don't know who I'm going to be wrestling or managing or something, but I know one thing, I'm going to be stirring it up. I'm going to be causing a little bit of controversy. I'm going to be bringing the fire. I'm going to be lighting it up. That's what I'm going to be doing. So that's December 10th in North New Jersey, campiwf.com for tickets. campiwf.com for tickets. Always a great show. We always have a fantastic time. Our last event was unbelievable. This one's going to be phenomenal too. You have a few WWE legends like the Tony Atlas, Mr. USA, Tito Santana, a few others. You know, we've worked with Gillberg in the past and this and that. But of course, the world's greatest manager, Eastside Dave, will be there. And who knows? Who knows what championships are on my horizon? Okay? I'm just throwing it out there. I'm getting my hands on the gold sooner rather than later, baby. Stanley Mac, how the heck are you, dude? Are you enjoying your Thanksgiving vacation?
What a Thanksgiving.
We've been rocking it since Thursday. It's now Saturday. And we've been watching the Bray Wyatt. We've gone insane. We've been watching there is a playlist that we found of 158 Firefly Funhouse segments, and we're going through every single one.
I know you think we are the only ones.
Yes.
Well, you are one.
We're the only ones doing that on Thanksgiving. Most people would watch football. Most people would have, be with their family, maybe. Something like that. Maybe go to a parade. Do something nice. Instead, we lock ourselves
watching Firefly
inside, watching 158 Firefly Funhouse clips. But nevertheless, we're having a great time. Well, listen, Stanley Mac, since we haven't done this show since AEW's Full Gear, that pay-per-view went down. And I have to tell you, right off the bat, I have an issue. Okay? Now, listen. I know that not all of this is AEW's fault. Some of this is my cable company's fault. I don't know why the hell I couldn't order the damn pay-per-view. But, my account, everything is in great standing. I go to order the pay-per-view on Saturday, the day of, and it says you can't get the pay-per-view. It says there's something wrong with your with your thing. So I call up Verizon and I say, okay, Verizon, what's the deal here? They say, yeah, that's our mistake. That's our mistake. We'll try to fix it for you. They couldn't figure out why my account was being blocked from the pay-per-view. So they said, yeah, we're sorry. We can't help you with this issue until Monday when the rest of the offices open up. I go, well, that don't help me do it. It don't help me to be helped on Monday when the pay-per-view's on Saturday. So I hate Verizon. But then I went to the only way else to watch it in America, BleacherReport.com. Tony Khan, let me explain something to you. Bleacher Report ain't no streaming service, nitwit. Get your product off of Bleacher Report and offer it on a real streaming service. I don't give a darn which one, but this is rinky-dink BS. So after I paid the $50 for Bleacher Report, you think it worked? Hell no! Nothing worked. It was buffering. It wouldn't even play at all. Other people who even at least got the video to play said it would pause every 10 seconds, it wouldn't work, and plenty of people had an issue with the Bleacher Report streaming. So why is it on Bleacher Report? First of all, they do a show on YouTube. You can charge people money to watch something on YouTube. Use YouTube then as your streaming service. Hello? You can charge someone $30 to say, here's the AEW live premium event, $30, and use YouTube if you can't find a streaming service. That's something that people have. First of all, you can't even get Bleacher Report as an app. I have PlayStation 4, I have PlayStation 5, and I have a brand new 70-inch Samsung television that gets every app imaginable. It gets them all. It don't get Bleacher Report. You know why? It's not a real streaming service. It's just a website. So I am beyond frustrated with AEW now. Because if I can't watch pay-per-views, what's the point? And let's talk about the pay-per-view itself just for a little bit. Okay, Stan? Is that okay with you?
Yep.
I'm losing my mind over here. You were a witness to last Saturday me losing my mind, weren't you?
Yes.
How long was I trying to, had I been working to get that pay-per-view? How long on a Saturday, my one day off pretty much?
11 hours?
11 hours. I started trying to get that pay-per-view at 9 in the morning, at 8 at night. I was still trying to get it. 11 hours. I hate you, Tony Khan, right now. I do. You've made every bad decision imaginable. This whole CM Punk, Young Bucks disaster, and you have, Cole Cabana wrestle Chris Jericho just to tick off CM Punk. And you basically mock CM Punk fans. The same people who gave your company big ratings, stupid. Your biggest ratings and your biggest houses were all because of CM Punk. And you know how I know? You said it, Tony, not me. You said that's what CM Punk brought to the table. Bigger ratings, bigger houses, more money, better business. And that thing has still ticked me off. The Young Bucks came out on that pay-per-view to Kansas's Wayward Son. And I thought that was a one-off. They're going to keep doing Wayward Son. Let me explain something to you. Wayward Son by Kansas sucks. And the song has always sucked. That song was never ever cool, funny, ironic, and it always was a bad song. It was a bad song when it came out, and it was a bad song in the subsequent years and years of classic rock radio that overplayed that song to death. And that song was an instant radio station changer. I know. I work in radio. So they think they're being funny with the Wayward Son because, they were cast off, I guess they think. by AEW. Now they're back. They're the Wayward Sons. The song stinks. It's not funny. No pop. And the match stunk too.
And then, wait, before we end,
Go ahead.
The Bucks also have tried to do all the dirty tricks, like having Excalibur just completely talk over the booze.
So Dynamite was in Chicago this past Wednesday, and you're not fooling anyone. Obviously, there was a memo given out to the announcers. Not only do you not address any chants in Chicago, just totally talk over them. I agree with you, Stan. Because Excalibur wouldn't shut up. None of them would. So again, it's dirty pool, it's dirty tricks by AEW. And all of a sudden, folks, this is starting to feel like a Vince Russo thing. A Vince Russo WCW era. A Vince Russo Impact era. A just dirty, negative, bad vibe.
Not the NWO and the Prime WCW era.
This no longer feels good to be an AEW fan, okay? I'm still watching the show because there are many, many people who I love, like Darby Allin, Powerhouse Hobbs, Ricky Starks, the Acclaimed, FTR, the Young Guns, and a few more.
Some of these guys get buried because they're on Team Punk.
Yeah, and yes, that's like FTR, for instance. Hey, should we put FTR, or how about that Powerhouse Hobbs little vignette? That was pretty cool. Should we put those things out on Dynamite? The Dynamite before Thanksgiving when everyone's watching? Or should we put them on a 4 o'clock on a Black Friday viewing of Rampage where no one on the planet was watching? And then they can go back and say, well, we put on FTR on TV every week. We put Powerhouse Hobbs on every week. We don't know why people... Shut up! Do you think we're stupid? Yeah, you put them on TV in a capacity that buries them. Like a 4 o'clock Rampage on Black Friday that no one saw. And yes, the reports are there were CM Punk chants, there were anti-Young Bucks chants, there were all kind of chants going on in Chicago, and they didn't play them. They buried that audio and or had their announcers talk over the chants. Period. So you guys refuse to be honest. Mr. Delusional Tony Khan, not everything you do is good. Not everything AEW does is good. It's time to be honest. Stop putting your head in the sand. Okay? Come out, be a normal human being, and see that there are major problems in AEW now that need to be fixed. Otherwise, this company is just for the birds. And when MJF leaves in 2024, what are you guys going to do? You don't have anyone. Moxley, Bryan Danielson, they're great. Cesaro, they're great. We see them. You buried Darby Allin. He also was on the Black Friday Rampage. Thanks for putting him on in a substantial show on Thanksgiving Eve. So if I'm Darby, if I'm MJF, I'm out of there. And I don't look back. And at that point, what are you going to do? And by the way, let me just say this in conclusion with these Young Bucks fans. They're so like, we love, the Young Bucks, they created AEW, dude. No, they didn't! Cody Rhodes got the internet, got the larger wrestling community buzzing with what he was doing. And yes, he made friendships and business alliances with the Young Bucks and Omega. It was Tony Khan and Cody Rhodes that got AEW off there. The only thing that the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega have done, apparently, is influence the company in a bad way. They buried FTR. Kenny Omega has run that women's division into the ground. It stinks. No one wants to watch it. But the Young Bucks fans are all like, we have to support them. And CM Punk. I saw one Young Buck, when someone defended CM Punk, a Young Buck fan said, you guys pray to a false idol in CM Punk. He's a false god. Hey, stupid, maybe that's your mistake. Because I don't look at any wrestler as a god, dummy. But apparently you guys look at the Young Bucks as gods. Because when someone defends a CM Punk, it's, well, your guy's a false god. Our guys are real gods. No one's a god. They're wrestlers. What are you, crazy? I can defend someone without being thinking they're a god. This new thing of when you just point out that someone's been wronged and other people have been wronging people, and people, oh, you know, stop riding that god, whatever the heck it is. Shut up. Tell you, AEW, to all my AEW wrestlers who I love, I named a bunch. There are others. Just go to WWE. Look up how long your contract is and do not sign an extension. I don't care if Tony Khan offers you $10 billion. Don't sign it. The company is going down the toilet unless Tony Khan sobers up, looks himself in the mirror and says, holy cow, this ain't the company that I began in 2019. Well, it was fun and fresh. This is, ugh. And it's making me not want to watch. And this pay-per-view debacle, first of all, $50 for a pay-per-view is out of touch, Tony, unless it's the greatest card ever. Unless it's a combination of WrestleMania 3 meets WrestleMania 19. Give me a break. Any comments for you? But I do love MJF, and I'm glad he's the champion. I liked William Regal going bad, turning bad on Moxley, and I appreciate MJF.
MJF and Regal should both go. Continue what they're maybe gonna do. And
yeah, no, I hear you. Regal's buddies with Triple H. I'm sure Regal wants to go back. Why would you look around and want to be a part of a company that is simply the Young Bucks Kenny Omega project? That's all it is. It's they think this is their show. And you are nothing than some sort of flunky side character in this psychedelic wrestling movie that they are convinced is good when it's not. It's not. And that exhibition on Wednesday was cheap. You know what? The Young Bucks showed up in Chicago. They're going to get booed. Play the boos. Play the chants. Talk about them. There's vitriol in the building tonight. Oh my God, listen, there's real heat here. No, instead, they talked over the chants because they can never admit when they're wrong. Tony Khan has an issue. It's called humility and honesty. Hey, Tony, you make a lot of mistakes, bro. So does AEW. Admit it when you do. Fix them and then move on. There's plenty of bad booking in wrestling. Everyone knows this. But there's a difference between, oh man, we just had a bad booking thing, or we just put two wrestlers together, it didn't make a lot. There's that. And then there's the allowing these wrestlers to do whatever they want, whatever's good for them, and whatever's then bad for the company. That's really what's going on here. All right, I'm done with AEW. Talk, I mean. And again, I just want to point out, I'm not anti many people, many wrestlers in AEW. They have a lot of talented people who I really enjoy watching on TV. It's the way things are going right now. It's a very unattractive product, regardless of whether they want to admit it or not. Your ratings stink. You are getting less people at your events. This isn't BS. These are numbers that are easily look upable. So, your popularity's going down. Why do you think? Because you're turning off people, dummies. All right. How about that for a rant? Was that a good one?
that was something.
Any comments from you about AEW? I mean, I'm frustrated, Stanley Mac. I have a lot of people that I enjoy. Like I said, I love MJF, but I'm just frustrated.
Actually, we get the full gear card. Ricky Starks is on the pre-show.
Yep, thanks for putting Ricky on the pre-show. That was great. Didn't see that.
That was.
And FTR. Who'd they have a match against?
Oh, nobody.
No one. FTR wasn't on pay-per-view. Okay. See, what stupid Tony Khan doesn't understand is that the fans are invested in these people. But when you let the Young Bucks bury these wrestlers, you are telling the fans, me, Stanley, you are telling us we don't matter. Our opinions don't count. We deserve nothing. We should be thankful that you guys even exist. We should be just so filled with gratitude at every little decision you make, huh? That's what we should be? No, screw you! How about that? How about we'll start watching WWE and totally leave AEW? How about that?
We don't cover Impact.
I got IWF. We don't cover it, thank you. We don't cover Impact. I'm involved in wrestling. IWF. We'll just be a WWE IWF show. I was almost about to play our closing song, and then I realized we have Survivor Series. All right, let's move on. Let's get to Survivor Series tonight. Survivor Series War Games, WWE live premium event, as they call them now. The good thing is, I'm always able to watch it. Now that I watch all my apps through my beautiful 70-inch Samsung 4K TV, Peacock never drops out on me. Peacock, I have no issues. Unlike AEW, I can watch a WWE pay-per-view. How about that? How about watchability of WWE is a lot easier than AEW, where you have no idea when a rampage is going to disappear or appear. It's just randomly on 4 o'clock on a Friday. No one told us anything. Thanks for mentioning that, guys. Anyway, I can't. WWE Survivor Series War Games, Stanley Mac. Let's get right into it. Let's get into the women's match. Team Belair versus Team Bayley. Now, Team Belair consists of Bianca Belair, Alexa Bliss, Asuka, Mia Yim, and Becky Lynch, who returned to SmackDown last night, versus Team Bayley, which consists of Bayley, Dakota Kai, Io Sky, Nikki Cross, and Rhea Ripley. Stanley Mac.
The women's match. I'm thinking Team Belair wins.
Team Belair, give us a reason. Let's go.
Because Bianca Belair is... Actually, can I flip it?
Yes, you may.
Because I'm going to go
You may.
Team Damage Control to lead to a Bayley-Bianca match.
Okay, interesting. So I am going with Team Bayley, but not for that reason. For the fact that I think it could lead to a Rhea Ripley Bianca issue. Or it could also lead to a Rhea Ripley Becky Lynch deal. Let's not forget, Becky just came back. So we're going to have Becky go against somebody. Rhea Ripley would be a perfect rival for Becky Lynch, don't you think? That'd be fun, no? No?
Yeah.
Yeah, no? No? Okay, that's fine. Next one. Let's go with the men's... Oh, by the way, that was the women's War Games match. Okay, I need to point that out. Let's go for the U.S. Championship, which is a triple threat match. Seth Rollins, your United States champion, versus Bobby Lashley versus Austin Theory. Stanley Mac.
Lashley, who are you? Babyface, heel?
Yeah, we don't know. I'm not exactly sure whether Bobby Lashley is a good guy or bad guy. Who do you like in the match?
Who do I like? I'll go with Seth. I'll go with Seth Rollins.
You're going with Seth Rollins? I'm saying Austin Theory wins this. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying that this is Austin Theory takes this and goes on his little run. That it clearly, I believe, Triple H is setting him up for. Next one. Singles match. AJ Styles versus Finn Balor. Who do you got?
I got Finn just because the Judgment Day have been really dominant in pay-per-view, I feel.
Yeah, they have.
So I would end.
I feel like, though, this would be the one where maybe Finn loses. So I'm going to actually go with AJ Styles myself. I'm going to say that they give AJ the victory on this one. Otherwise, you're right. It will start to be a little bit one-sided. WWE SmackDown Women's Championship, Ronda Rousey, your champion, versus Shotzi.
Well, so here's the thing. Triple H seems to love Shotzi.
Yes.
I'm going to do something.
Oh, my.
This is going to be insane. I've got Shotzi as crazy.
Upset special.
Yeah.
Whoa.
To beat Ronda as
Shotzi?
Crazy. This is...
Yes, it is crazy. It's crazy. It's too crazy. You're crazy. That prediction was crazy. Ronda Rousey defeats Shotzi and her tank. Ronda actually comes in with a jet and drops a bomb on the tank and says, well, if we're going to have military vehicles, I'm just going to get this, this gigantic jet and start shooting missiles at Shotzi. So jet versus a tank. I'm taking the jet, every time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next one. He'll do it. Small card. The Brawling Brutes versus the Bloodline in the men's War Games match. For a reminder, the Brawling Brutes are Sheamus, Ridge Holland, and Butch. And they're teaming up with Drew McIntyre and Kevin Owens. And then the Bloodline, Roman Reigns, Solo Sikoa, Sami Zayn, and the Usos, Jay and Jimmy Uso. Who do you like on this one, Stanley?
I mean, why would the Bloodline lose?
They could lose because it's Survivor Series. No championships on the line with this. It's going to be the main event. Vince likes to send people home happy, but it's Triple H, so then again, you don't know. So who's your prediction?
The Bloodline.
Bloodline? I'm going Brutes! I'm going Brawling Brutes, just for all the reasons that I said. I think that with no championship on the line, it's a way to get a little victory for Drew McIntyre and Kevin Owens and Sheamus and whatnot. And I think the Brawling Brutes are going to figure out a way to win this. And that's going to do it. Can you believe it?
Wow. What a 5-match card.
What a 5-match card. What else is going on with you before we get out of here? How's school going, Stan?
School, it's going.
Oh man, I hate see, those type of responses are concerning. School, it's going. That's it.
It is?
Okay, thank you very much. Well, that'll do it for the Eastside Dave and Son Wrestling Show. It's been a privilege, Stanley Mac. My name is Davey Mac, and listen, I'm going to be watching AEW for the foreseeable future, but if they continue to insult me, at some point I'm going to have to make a call about whether I want to be insulted or not. That's all. That's just me. I'm not going to just sit there and be insulted each and every week. It's not going to happen. So I'll get my MJF on YouTube clips, and I won't be watching. But Tony, sobers up, looks at, what he has to do. They put the train back on the tracks. They make a few executive vice president decisions. And hopefully AEW will get back some good momentum and positivity. As far as WWE is concerned, they have all the positivity in the world. Triple H has a lot of good momentum. We didn't even talk about Bray Wyatt. Will Bray Wyatt be showing up at Survivor Series? We're loving Bray Wyatt.
I'm assuming he will.
We just found a phone number. We were watching SmackDown last night, and they gave some phone number, and we called it, right?
Bray's doctor.
And it was it was psychiatrist. It was awesome. He's doing amazing things. Got to give Bray Wyatt a shout out. WWE's got all the momentum right now. And don't forget IWF. CampIWF.com for your tickets for the December 10th event that the Dave Man will be at. Stanley Mac, do you think you'll be in attendance here that day? Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. Oh.
I actually think, yeah.
Okay. Stanley Mac is in. Well, I'll do it. Stanley, parting words.
So long.
So long. Literally parting words. Hey, so long. Enjoy Survivor Series, everybody. And happy Thanksgiving to each and every one of you. We love you.